Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm Adam King. Now we have a developing story here. An investigation underway into several fake active shooter calls targeting schools all across the state, and federal investigators are now working to find out who's behind this.
Yeah, Victor Park joins us live from the FBI's Oklahoma City's headquarters. And Victor, you have some of the recordings. What we're seeing. Breaking news, emergency crews are on scene of a fire near Northwest 40th and I-44.
Victor Park joining us live from that scene. Victor, what are you seeing out there? Looking at what's happening across Oklahoma this morning, the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office says it had to serve a search warrant for evidence against a Deer Creek teacher accused of sending sexual messages to a student. Now, the warrant says that Deer Creek didn't turn over all the evidence they had on Sarah Holt DeGroat. Documents say that Deer Creek threatened to cancel the school resource officer contract with the sheriff's office. Meanwhile, the district says student safety is their highest priority. We've got their full statement on our website. Got a bridge in Norman that's closed now after officials say they found some serious structural concerns out there. It's the 60th Avenue Bridge between East Tecumseh and East Rock Creek Road. So that bridge is actually the bridge that goes over Rock Creek that's having some issues. There is a detour for this set up along 48th Avenue down here. So we can either stop or go one road down or stop one short. Either way, that is all set up with signage out there for you. The city says they're already working on plans for replacement here, but they may not be finished with these bridge repairs until late 2023. Yeah, so by putting on these headsets, students at UTSA, they'll have access to a complete digital laboratory, including full biology experiments.
Because their employers are going to be looking for people who have this advanced technology training.
David defeated April Grace in the Republican primary runoff for state superintendent. He joins us now. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, happy to be here this morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, always a better one in these circumstances than others, right? Now, we have a race coming up for you in November. It was a tight race here yesterday, 53 to 47%. How do you plan on making some steps forward to sort of unite the party now as you move forward?
Yeah, you know, my opponent, April Grace, ran a great race. You know, she was a very, very good competitor in that. And, you know, what I see is the Republicans moving forward. You know, we believe in parents. We don't believe that bureaucracy and the government knows best for kids. We think mom and dad knows best for kids. So we're going to absolutely unite as a party and fight back on Joe Biden's vision for America and, frankly, Joe Biden's vision for our schools, which is low expectations on kids, boxing parents out of that kids' education. We know we want school choice here in the state of Oklahoma because we believe in parents. So the Republican Party, we're absolutely going to champion that going forward.
Now let's talk about some of the people who maybe help put that forward, too, because both you and the candidate that you're opposed to in November here, you both stand on a platform of trying to keep these teachers in Oklahoma. Been a big problem here over the last year to 6 months. What do you suppose is the plan here? How do we keep these teachers confident that the Oklahoma system has their back to do their job as educators?
Yeah, you know, so my background is I am a public school teacher. You know, that's what got me in education, is I had a great public school teacher. I wanted to become a teacher myself. That was my passion. And so what you see is when I talk to teachers all over the state, they don't want indoctrination supported by their administrators. They want to see the Oklahomans' record investment in education getting to them into their classroom. That's why Governor Stitt and I have called for these audits of the State Department of Education, Tulsa Public Schools. The taxpayers' investment needs to be getting in teacher pay, getting to the classroom, not being stuck in bureaucracy.
And we did have a situation recently here where a teacher at Norman Public Schools got pulled from the classroom because of a parent complaint of some of the things that they were maybe teaching. The teacher was asked about House Bill 1775, and the teacher said it creates an almost impossible work environment. How do you balance that as a that you need taught, but also now you feel like maybe you have these different places? I mean, that teacher ended up resigning when offered their job back in the classroom.
Yeah, you know, the teachers union has lied about this. The Democrats have lied about this. The reality is the bill says you are to teach our students academics minus indoctrination. It's really clear. If you teach our history, if you teach the subject area and the academic standards, you're fine. If you tell a kid that they're racist because of the color of their skin, it's not okay. And again, the governor and I have been really clear on articulating this. We want all of our history taught. We want academic standards taught. But Oklahomans have rejected this left-wing indoctrination we've seen pushed by the Biden administration into our schools.
And do you think there's gray area, though, open to interpretation? Because, I mean, a teacher's not going to outright call a kid a racist, right? So maybe when a parent complains and says, hey, the teacher's teaching something that maybe we think sounds like this, and now it launches an investigation and a teacher maybe gets pulled for that.
No, I think the bill's really clear. I think our legislature did a really good job. They gave 8 specific points of here's what we're talking about. Here's what that looks like. So I think we've seen it modeled across the country. We were the first state to do it, and we've seen other states go, look, this is really specific, so that our teachers can look at this and go, God, this is very clear on what is indoctrination. So again, it is very clear. It's unfortunate the Democrats have played politics with this to try to confuse teachers. The reality is as long as our teachers are not injecting indoctrination in the classroom, they are going to be just fine. We want to support our best and brightest teachers. The governor and I have championed up to 6-figure salaries for our best and brightest teachers. We know that teachers make the difference for our kids. And so you're going to continue to hear us find ways to get more money in the classroom through audits, through accountability, and through transparency.
It's Ryan Walters. He's one of your candidates coming up for the election in November. We appreciate your time. And again, congratulations and good luck moving forward.
Thank you very much for having me on this morning.
Now let's get City Thunder winning an exciting game against the Timberwolves this past Saturday. Let's get you on the court here. Kenrick Williams out here makes a layup, but gets into a confrontation here with Rudy Gobert. Now, there's no love lost between Thunder, anyone, and Rudy Gobert here. You can see him kind of sweep the leg here, and that's really what started all this. The players get separated. Gobert gets a flagrant foul. He's ejected. Williams with a technical foul. Play resumes. Play on, fellas. Now Anthony Edwards down by 7, getting a layup and getting it going. And D'Angelo Russell passing to Naz Reid, dunking that one down through a couple of Thunder players to get the Timberwolves within 2 later in the third. Minnesota up 3. Edwards with the steal. Pass it around the perimeter here. Jordan McLaughlin gets the layup and 1. Wolves now up by 6 with seconds left in the third quarter. Thunder down by 6. SGA hits a jump shot. And by the fourth quarter here, the Thunder leading by 10. SGA going to work, backing him down. A little up and under, hits a great layup there. Fantastic close to this game for the Thunder. They end up winning this 135-128. They'll go on the road to take on the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow. City Thunder winning an exciting game against the Timberwolves this past Saturday. Let's get you on the court here. Kenrick Williams out here makes a layup, but gets into a confrontation here with Rudy Gobert. Now, there's no love lost between Thunder, anyone, and Rudy Gobert here. You can see him kind of sweep the leg here, and that's really what started all this. The players get separated. Gobert gets a flagrant foul. He's ejected. Williams with a technical foul. Play resumes. Play on, fellas. Now, Anthony Edwards down by 7, getting a layup and getting it going, and D'Angelo Russell passing to Naz Reid, dunking that one down through a couple of Thunder players to get the Timberwolves within 2 later in the third. Minnesota up 3. Edwards with the steal. Pass it around the perimeter here. Jordan McLaughlin gets the layup and 1. Wolves now up by 6 with seconds left in the third quarter. City Thunder winning an exciting game against the Timberwolves this past Saturday. Let's get you on the court here. Kenrick Williams out here makes a layup, but gets into a confrontation here with Rudy Gobert. Now, there's no love lost between Thunder, anyone, and Rudy Gobert here. You can see him kind of sweep the leg here, and that's really what started all this. The players get separated. Gobert gets a flagrant foul. He's ejected. Williams with a technical foul. Play resumes. Play on, fellas. Now, Anthony Edwards down by 7, getting a layup and getting it going, and D'Angelo Russell passing to Naz Reid, dunking that one down through a couple of Thunder players to get the Timberwolves within 2 later in the third. Minnesota up 3. Edwards with the steal. Pass it around the perimeter here. Jordan McLaughlin gets the layup and 1. Wolves now up by 6 with seconds left in the third quarter. Thunder down by 6. SGA hits a jump shot. And by the fourth quarter here, the Thunder leading by 10. SGA going to work, backing him down. A little up and under. Hits a great layup there. Fantastic close to this game for the Thunder. They end up winning this 135-128. They'll go on the road to take on the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow. Breaking news, I just found out new information on a major health issue that we've been covering for you. I just got off the phone with Metro Health, where they say more than 255 people have been confirmed sickened after eating at Pasha's Mediterranean Grill. And a prayer vigil was held Sunday in honor of fallen Harris County, Texas Deputy Sandeep Dhaliwal. A 10-year veteran of the sheriff's office was shot and killed Friday while conducting a traffic stop in northwest Harris County. Dhaliwal was the first observant Sikh to become a sheriff's deputy in Harris County. Now, the sheriff describes Dhaliwal as a good man and a trailblazer, but to some, he was a brother. They just want more answers, and the events that led up to and happened during this standoff, they are still in question. The family of those involved told me the entire incident could have been prevented. Walter Macias plans to start a foundation in his mother's name to advocate for proper treatment of people in need of mental health care. And Fernando Macias is currently waiting for placement at the North Texas State Hospital. We're here with Marist San Antonio Sports, and we are in the thick of it, the Alpha Team Challenge. And this is the first time San Antonio Sports has paired up with Fiesta. How did this come about, and how did this event come about? This is amazing.
Yeah, it's been really amazing because when they moved the parade to the morning schedule, that opened up a spot in the afternoons.
As of last year, 46% of all border agents placed along the Texas-Mexico border, including more than 1,600 in the Laredo sector, and that includes the San Antonio area. Now, if and when this caravan eventually gets across the border, the only thing that may be waiting for them right now is more lines. So we talked about a little bit about this before, but can you guys give us a little preview? Show me. I got a limited skill set.
Like you know what? Here you go. We're gonna take this. We're gonna work on some ball hand.
All right, what can we do here?
We're gonna work on some right hand pounds right now. Coach DeMarcus is going ahead. We're gonna do let's do knee high pounds.
The key is we want to pound that basketball as hard as we can, as fast as we can, so it's coming back to our hand quickly. So we're gonna sit down in the athletic position, and we're just gonna pound it right here as hard as we can, as fast as we can. There you go. So just one hand. There you go. And with our left hand, we're gonna put it in front so we can protect it. So if I try and come steal it, you're protecting the ball.
Go.
There we go.
There you
Good
go,
job.
Adam.
There you go. As a former goalie,
there we go. I see.
We're continuing coverage on the whistleblower controversy in Washington this morning. The biggest question is, when will we hear from the whistleblower? Congress on a 2-week break, but some lawmakers stayed behind to get started on the impeachment inquiry of President Trump. Tracy Potts joins us from Capitol Hill Live with what's happening this week. Tracy, good morning. Now a renewed push for gun safety. This message posted on the Nextdoor app yesterday by Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar, calling on owners to keep their guns out of the hands of children. This is in response to what the sheriff called Saturday's heartbreaking case in far north Bexar County, a group of teens playing with a semi-automatic rifle when one of the boys was shot and killed. It's the latest in a string of similar shootings that have happened during the past month. Now, gun accidents like the ones we've seen over the past few weeks can be devastating, but gun safety experts say they can be prevented. Gerard Bednarik works at the gun range Bullet Hole Shooting. Law enforcement in schools in Hays County, they're coming together to raise awareness for domestic violence. Area high school football and volleyball players, along with cheer teams, will show their support to help curb relationship violence. At 10 o'clock this morning, law enforcement will hold a press conference announcing the partnership. That will be at the Hays County Government Center on South Stagecoach Trail in San Marcos. Police are doing this to help educate students, and students will participate in various ways. Football players will wear the national symbol representing the campaign. It's a purple ribbon. It'll be on their helmets for the entire 2019 season. Cheer teams and volleyball players will wear shoestrings with purple ribbons as well. And volunteers at football games will give out information brochures on domestic violence. We're waiting for the Cowboys game. You might have seen the fight between the Cleveland Browns' Odell Beckham Jr. and Baltimore Ravens' Marlon Humphrey. Humphrey leans over Beckham. You can see it sort of here at the end of this play, and appeared to hold his throat with his left and even his right hand while they were on the ground. You can see that right now. And the receiver clung to the cornerback's face mask. Teammates came to separate the two, were both flagged, but the fact that Humphrey was not ejected from the game is upsetting some, including the Browns coach. Now, according to ESPN, Coach Freddie Kitchens was going to confront the NFL about the situation, and this is despite Humphrey's public apology after the game. They're all fighting for the Patriot Cup. That'll be the best team, and we all got to get a little bit of work in. So here's one of the things everybody's going to be doing. They'll be pushing these big sleds. It's all about teamwork, so Mary's going to cheer me on as we get this thing going. Tomorrow's National Night Out, and no matter where you are, we'll show you how you can get involved across the city right here on News 4 from 4:30 to 7 a.m.